Peeps, it's Eileen Fee of Transform Your Body Fitness. I'm a physical therapist and a fitness coach. So what do I have for you today? Let's begin to wrap up our series on natural remedies to treat sinus congestion and sinus infection. So the topic for today, food. Everybody's favorite topic, right? But if you incorporate specific food into your diet, not only on a daily basis, but especially when you do have the sinus congestion and the sinus infection, it will help alleviate all of the gunk that's in there and all the pressure and the pain. So some of the food I'm talking about is spicy food, cayenne peppers and chili peppers, things that have capsaicin in there, and it's very hot and spicy. That helps to open up the sinus cavities, just the way, let's say, in the old days, the Vicks Vapor Rub. But this is natural, okay? So that, again, you want to think in terms of natural. Other foods, horseradish, ginger, turmeric, even pineapple. These, again, are foods that are known to decrease inflammation. And again, when you have the sinus congestion and infection, your sinuses are like bonkers with inflammation. Also turmeric. So again, these are the foods, if you incorporate into recipes or sprinkle on salads and things like that, easy to incorporate. But one of the number one things I want to tell you to include in your diet, and now that's what to do if you have the sinus congestion and sinus infection. What I want to move over to now is what you can do on a daily basis to prevent sinus congestion and sinus infection. That's using local raw honey. Reason being that it has to be not only raw because it's more natural and has better health properties to it, it has to be local. Has to be. The reason being is that just like when the principles behind a vaccination, you're introducing something to your body to create resistance against the problem. If you use local raw honey on a daily, every single day basis, what you're going to do is build up resistance to the bees that are creating the pollen that's flying around that will eventually get caught up, go through your nose and into the sinus cavity and create the infection. So that's what we're trying to prevent. You're not going to prevent the pollen, but what you can prevent is your reaction to it. And how you do that is using local raw honey. This happens to be from Freehold. That is not too far from where I live. So again, you have to look on the bottle where it's from. Too many times people go to buy honey and they just reach on the store shelf and they just say, okay, you said it has to be raw honey. Okay, you find the raw honey, but it might be from Germany. That's not going to help. Those bees in Germany are not going to help you of where you live and the pollen that you're inhaling. That's the point, okay? So if there's anything to take from this particular episode, it's that use the local raw honey and on a daily basis. Now, again, it has to be every single day. Is that a punishment? No. Honey, first of all, is good for you, and it's a good sugar substitute. So think about using it in bakery goods. Like if you like to have muffins, make them with clean ingredients, forget the sugar, use honey. And that's how you can do it on a daily basis. Something that you're doing on a daily basis. Now for me, I drink a shake like this every single day. So I put a teaspoon of this local raw honey into my shake every day. Now some people, maybe they drink tea, so they're going to put a teaspoon of the local raw honey into their tea. Other things that you can do is on a daily basis, you need to be drinking water. Keep the sinus cavities hydrated. Is what I notice is that not only, especially in the wintertime, people keep their heat up too high, they're drying out their sinus cavities, they're not drinking enough water. So two things, stay hydrated, be drinking the amount of water that your body needs. It's individual for everybody, so look for that particular video as well. But you also need to keep your temperature lower so that it's not drying out the sinuses. Other things to do on a daily basis, again, I did a video on this already, so look for this, is to drink apple cider vinegar. Yes, when you have the sinus congestion and infection, but also on a preventative basis, that I would say maybe do this 2 or 3 times per week. Put it in a cup of water to a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar 2 to 3 times per week. Using also the neti pot. The neti pot, again, I already did a video on this. Look for that on the particulars on how to use this. But if you're using it not only when you have the sinus congestion and sinus infection, but also on a pretty routine basis to prevent problems, and that you're flushing all of the fungus and the bacteria and stuff that cause the congestion and infection in the first place, because you're going to be inhaling things. You're not going to stop inhaling stuff that's floating in the air. But these things that I'm telling you to do on a daily basis will help get rid of it before it becomes a problem. So this wraps up the series on natural remedies to deal with sinus congestion and sinus infection, but there's more to come. I will be continuing my series of continuing to give you health tips to keep you healthy. My bottom line, and I hope it's your bottom line, is about staying as healthy as you can for as long as you can. So more to come. Have a great day, everybody. Boop, boop.